The first move we did was walk around the pole. I can't tell you how hard we made it to walk around the pole, but she made it look so sexy. So it was like you step and throw your hip out and then pull your foot up and
flick
drag
your feet,
flick your feet and
and
drag
point
this
your toe,
one.
and then you kind of got it. And then she said, "Now change direction."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was so much harder. Bearing in mind, feet are still flat on the ground at this point. All we are doing
Just walk around the pole.
is walking around the pole. Hey, and welcome to the 20-Year Gap with your hosts, Kylie and Casey. We're two women with a 20-year age gap who give our generational perspectives on business, life, and everything in between. If you haven't yet done so, we'd love for you to hit follow, and while you're at it, please give us a rating so our podcast can grow organically and we can help reach more people. You'll find us at the 20-Year Gap on all your favorite social platforms. And now, let's jump into today's episode. What's up, guys? Welcome to today's podcast. Today, we wanted to quickly jump on and tell you a little bit about something that we did today. So we stepped way out of our comfort zone and we tried something which we've secretly always really wanted to try, but never actually got around to ever doing. So Kylie, do you want to tell them what we did? Because it was all your fault that we did it.
So the other night I was sitting on the lounge watching TV, and as you do, you scroll through your Facebook feed, and then all of a sudden Soul Fire pole dancing came up on my feed. And I don't even know why. I don't even follow them. But anyway, I must have been searching for something that was relating to pole dancing, perhaps. I don't know. So it was like they were running their classes again. There was beginners happening, and I went, screw it, I'm going to find out about this stuff, because I've wanted to do it for many years but never had the courage to look for it, but it found me. So I flicked Casey a message going, hey, do you want to try some pole dancing? She's like, yes. And so I sent a message off to the cheeky babe, and she came back and she said it was full. And I was like, oh, man. But then she said, but I might be able to pull another one together, and would 9 o'clock suit you? I'm like, that's even better. Yes, please. And so here we are today.
Yeah.
We went for our first day.
We went for our first pole dancing session.
It was so good.
It was really fun. Now, I thought I was pretty strong to begin with. Like, I train and I'm into fitness. We're both very into fitness. But she was like, grab the pole, hold on, and pull. And I was like, oh, gosh.
Pull those lats down. Oh.
I suddenly felt like a ton of bricks. Like, I felt
Yes.
so heavy.
And I actually felt really uncoordinated today.
Oh, so
like my whole mum bod thing.
Yeah.
It came out big time today, and I'm like, I'm watching you, and you've you've got this like fluid movement that I'm pretty sure once upon a time I could do that. Today it never came.
Yeah.
Until a little bit later, it was a little bit warmer.
Yeah, we got a bit of
Man.
practice going. But even that, like, I've come from a dancing background, but even that, the first move we did was walk around the pole. I can't tell you how hard we made it to walk around the pole, but she made it look so sexy. So it was like you step and throw your hip out and then pull your foot up and
flick
drag
your feet,
flick your feet and
and
drag
point
this
your toe,
one.
and then you kind of got it. And then she said, "Now change direction."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was so much harder. Bearing in mind, feet are still flat on the ground at this point. All we are doing
Just walk around the pole.
is walking around the pole. So that felt very, very uncoordinated.
Yeah. I immediately, my mum came to mind, because I remember when I used to dance and I'd try and get mum to do a couple of things because she loves dance. And then she's like, I just can't get my head around it. And I'm like, you're so silly. Like, you're just getting so old, and just all you do is this. I was replaying that in my mind as I'm trying to do the steps next to you. I'm like, oh my God, I am literally getting that point where it just doesn't come as easy as it used to.
No, but muscle memory, I feel like, because you and I were both Latin dancers, I feel like our muscle memory, like, I couldn't believe that walking was so hard. Like, I thought we would be really good at the step here, turn, step here, because that's basically ballroom and Latin dancing. That's how you and I were trained. By the way, we're born Latin dancers a while ago. Not as long for me, but still a while ago. So I was like, oh, this will be fine. I was more worried about the pulley stuff. And then today we didn't even really lift our feet off the ground.
We tried a couple of movements and I was surprised I could actually pull my weight off the ground, like pulling the lats down and like really pulling down. But then I thought, oh my God, that's literally for 1 second.
Yeah.
How the hell do they stay there for seconds?
Yeah. I pulled up and then I was like, oh God.
And they look so sexy at the same time. And I'm like, it's like, and
there's
my eyes are popping out.
There's a whole wall of mirrors, so you can exactly see what you're doing, and it was really funny. But anyway, we get to this one movement, and speaking about like professional or experienced dancers, and it is a beautiful art form. Like it really is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I know it gets a bad rep because it is all about, you know, like you think of a stripper, but it is really a beautiful, beautiful art. Anyway, we're doing all these basic moves and I'm trying to get this hip roll. And I couldn't really figure out whether the hip goes in roll or it out rolls. Anyway, she did say to us you need to wear like short clothes because you need as much contact with your skin on the pole.
Which spins, by the way. I actually did not know that it actually
That the pole
spun.
spins.
Yeah.
Really?
Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that.
I thought that they slipped around the pole.
Oh, no. I knew the spole
the spole sponge.
The spole sponge. The pole spins, yes.
Yeah, well, anyway, I did not know this. So that was a tick. I can maybe spin around the pole without spinning on the pole.
Yeah, you just need to like grip and then get momentum, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just about how you like flick your legs and...
Which I learned today that I can over spin.
Yeah, you can very easily, can't you?
I don't know how. So, and we'll get back to what you were saying about the shorts. But as you spin around the pole and you overspin, she's got this amazing control. Like she's got abs on abs. She looked amazing. But she spun around that pole and I'm like flicking around here while she stopped. Woof.
Well, because also you're holding onto this pole that keeps moving and your feet are trying to stay still and the pole's like...
But she just goes... Boom. Nothing. Like there's no beyond.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
I know that's what we did a couple of times. We overspun it. But
anyway, going back to the shorties.
Yeah, so she was looking at us and she was like, oh, I mean, we're in like shorts, what I would consider short shorts.
Like long booties, like almost bike pants.
Like
but
bike pants.
A little bit shorter than bike pants.
Yeah, a bit shorter than bike pants. But she was like, oh, eventually you girls are going to have to wear shorter. So we were like, okay, it'll be, you know, the shorty shorts. But no. So then I said to her, I was trying to get this booty roll and she's like, oh, I never usually wear, and she was also just wearing like loose shorts. She's like, oh, I never usually wear shorts. So I'll just take these off. And we were like.
Meanwhile, she was already pretty undressed compared to the rest of us anyway. She just had the crop top, like the sports bra and the shorts.
That was it, yeah.
Yeah. And then,
so you could see like her abs and like you could see her figure. She was a gorgeous figure, by
amazing.
the way. But anyway, she's pulled, and I'm expecting like dancer shorts underneath, like
boy undies is what I expected.
Yeah, no, just good old plain Jane undies. I mean, they were sexy undies with big juicy written on the back.
And a heart over the fufa thing.
The fufa thing.
You know, the little, you know, the bits.
The bits. Anyway, so she's pulled these down. This is shortly after she said you girls are going to have to wear minimal. So I've already in my head gone, oh my God. So I've turned to look at Kylie. Kylie's gone bright red.
I'm like a deer in the headlights.
And she's like, no.
Not happening.
No, I'm not wearing those.
No, because all I could think of, okay, and I'm going to say it, but all I could think of was like these were like cozies.
They weren't
like
even
swimmers.
like they weren't even like swimmers because swimmers have elastic around the.
They were like undies. They're a pair of undies.
They were just a pair of undies, like loose white fabric
undies,
like silk. They were almost like a silk.
Yeah,
silk
that's why
type.
I kind of thought that they were kind of like swimmers. However, yeah, you're right. They weren't as durable looking as swimmers. Anyway, all I could think of was there's lots of leg splitty kind of opening, kind of lots of bums in the air, lots of open leg bums in the air. And I just thought, oh my God, imagine something slipped out.
Okay, but here's the other thought that I was thinking. Yes, bits could slip out and everything. However, she would have felt so good and so like. Do you not wish you had that confidence to wear that with that body?
Oh my God, yes. And obviously bits don't slip out.
No.
Like we go, because there's always that fear thing, the fear of the
Yeah.
unknown. And if you don't want to be the one that the bits slip out on.
Yeah, but also think about the environment that we were in. There was all girls.
Yeah.
Like everybody was kind of wearing the same thing, not as little, but I bet you in the advanced, they're all kind of wearing the same thing. You know, you do get the most amount of contact. So I was thinking about it afterwards and I was like, yeah, you probably wouldn't do that for maybe a showcase. You wouldn't wear that kind of, I mean, you'd still wear shorty shorts, but you'd be more careful.
Well, I was on Instagram this afternoon and I searched pole dancing because I wanted to see what kind of moves we might end up doing.
Did you see the shoes?
I saw the shoes.
I just want the shoes to be taller.
Well, I feel like I'm already too tall. So to put those on, I'll hit my head on the ceiling.
If you guys have never seen and I'm sure most of you have from like movies and stuff, but
The pleaser
heels?
Pleaser heels, yeah.
Pleaser heels. But anyway, the platform at the front is probably like...
Yeah, which means that the heel is like this. I think
would
I
give
could
you a
stab
foot or
myself in
two.
the eye.
Yeah, it would give you a foot or two on top of your height
Yeah.
already. But yes, tell me what else you
They're
saw
just dangerous. What else I saw?
on Instagram.
Oh, sorry, yes. I'm like, well, I saw your butt quite a lot.
You're
But
welcome.
Yes, well, it was right there and doing these movements. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, seriously, all I could think of was because you have this butt roll thing in my face. And I'm like, oh, poor Amy behind me. Oh, poor Amy.
I had one in front of me as well, though.
You did. Well, right. And I think I was really concentrating on what I may have looked like and my movement, that the actual you butt rolling. No, to be fair, I did look at her and I was like, holy moly. Like, you do get yourself in positions that you would not typically put yourself in front of a stranger.
You mean our instructor?
Yeah. Like,
Mm.
and you, like if I didn't know you,
Oh, yeah.
and if I didn't know Amy behind me, which I would not normally go up to Amy's house for a barbecue and get down and do what I did in front of her. Like, you just don't do that. So you're actually doing a lot of movements and a lot of, let's just call them movements, that you would not typically do in front of a friend even.
No, but I guess that's the beauty, and that's why you go and do something so out of your comfort zone. Like, you know how you said we did a live this afternoon right afterwards just to talk about it, and it's all about that, like, sexuality. Like, I felt really good afterwards. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
like,
I can't wait till next week.
yeah, you get all these, like, body rolls, and yeah, it was way better than I was expecting.
I can understand you get into a bit of a zone too. Like, at some
Yeah.
point, the self-consciousness will start to dissipate.
Yeah, the more you practice it, the more confident you get and the more like courageous you get. And the better you get and your skills get better. You also, I can understand why people want to do showcases and they show off their skills because that is hard work. That is a lot of work that goes into what these girls can do.
A lot of respect for those girls.
Yeah, now I'm like you girls are so strong. I've always known that pole dancing was an incredible fitness, and that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I've always wanted to do it. But I've been fearful of that connotation or that reputation that it has. Like if I say I do pole dancing, you know, I've always had in all of my relationships, if I suddenly turned around and said I wanted to do pole dancing, they'd be like, no, like, no, why would you want to do that?
Well, I'm pretty sure that Glenn's looking at poles now to see how much they are. Like, and that's the thing. It's a cheeky little thing that you can do at home.
Yeah.
But if I were to go and do that as a showcase, I don't know. I might ask him that. I don't know how he would feel about that.
Yeah, if you
Particularly because you'd
dance.
like it's
But he
pretty full on.
also can look at that and be like, that's mine. I get to take that home. That's mine. You know, so that it could go
Yeah,
either
true.
way. It could
Yeah.
go either way.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, no, it was.
So it was a lot of fun. And I'm really pleased that I didn't. So one of the things I could have done was just gone on my phone and gone, I've wanted to do that for a long time. Yeah, that'd be really cool. And keep flicking.
But this, but that, but this, but that.
Like I've got a dodgy knee and it hurts like heck. And it did hurt today. And I was like, I wonder how restricted I'll be in a lot of the movements because there's some stuff that you were doing. I'm like, My knee is not going to do that at all. But then I came home and I was like, okay, I need to do some more push-ups. I need to do some more pull-ups. Got the pull-up rig out there. I need to just get back into that upper body strength again and get back. Like, it's actually going to help me create the habits again.
Yeah, it gave me a bit of a, like, just looking at our instructor as well. And I was like, what do I need to do
Yes.
to get abs like that? Like, that is what I, like, wow.
I know.
Wow. So I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, I'm already thinking now a gym routine that I can do, that go in and I can work on those like slow push-ups, pull-ups, assisted pull-ups. Because I have to go back to assisted pull-ups.
We're so used to doing kipping pull-ups.
Yeah.
It's a whole different
whole
pull-up.
different
This
thing.
is like strict, slow, controlled, just
I'm very
gonna
excited
hurt.
for the strength and the flexibility.
Well, that was the other thing that I saw too. And I need to get back into, I've never really done it. Yoga. I need to get back into, no, Kylie, you need to start yoga. That's what you need to
Regularly.
do. Yes. Not
You need
just
to come to
do-
balance with me. I think this balance that I've done one balance class, and let me tell you, I was like, also same thing. I thought I'd be all right with it because I've done a little bit of yoga. I'm not the most flexible, but I've done a little bit of yoga. And then you do balance, and that's a whole nother level. It's like
just
yoga, but
different.
you're on one toe. Not really. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but
We
you're
did
on
that
like
on the pole today, up on tippy
we were on
tippy
tippy
toes.
toes.
Like,
But we did have the pole for
oh,
support.
for sure. But, you know, I look like a ballerina for a moment.
I know.
If you just got the bottom part of me, I was a ballerina.
I know. Well, I was quite happy because my legs looked so long. My legs are short and stumpy, so the moment I was on my toes, I was like, damn, I suit long legs.
Do you know that was also something that was really quite interesting too? When we first walked in and there were the poles, and then I looked at the wall, and it's like you were like, oh, that's just takes me back to dancing days. I don't know. There was one time that I had a coach that used to come down from Brisbane, and we used to do ballroom with her. That was in Coffs Harbour.
You're talking about the mirrors?
Yeah, the mirrors, just a full wall of mirrors. It's something that I haven't had around me for a very long time. So it was something that I just went, I don't know where to look. Like, I don't know. I don't want to look at myself, but I don't want to look at somebody else because I don't want to make them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then, like, I need to embrace that whole just look at yourself and
Yeah.
see what your body can do.
It's funny because when I trained dancing, we always had mirrors. Like we always had a big wall of mirrors. And the thing that was nice was you could see the way your hips moved, and you could see, like, especially with ballroom dancing, with your extension, if your extension is not, full, if your movements aren't full. So when I came to Australia and I took up dancing here as well, the studio that I was at didn't have mirrors, and I found that really, really hard. I actually found that my instructor was more like, no, you need to be able to feel the movements rather than see them. And I was like, no, but I want to see them.
But it's helpful to have both.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you can still feel it. I guess you got to turn those senses off. So you got to turn your eyes off to feel it. But then it's good to be able to check on yourself. But we've got the camera these days. We can just
Yeah.
take a video.
Yeah.
So we did both.
Which we did,
Yeah.
by the way. If you haven't seen our video of our session, we did learn a little dance, like a 30-second little routine.
When the bum was in my face.
But
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. So go and check it out. But anyway, I didn't think we would actually learn a routine. I didn't think she would
No.
show us
Not on day one.
on day one. So yeah, very, very impressive. You can go and check that out on our Facebook page. We did share it there. Show us some love because we obviously were very new at it and it's very basic. But we're proud.
You know what? It's
I'm
basic, but
proud.
it's actually, it was, well, to somebody who hasn't actually stood in there
Yeah.
and watching it, you'd go, holy dooly, that's a lot of movements to try and wrap your head around.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's basic compared to when you Instagram pole dancing, but it was good. It was a lot of, I was surprised by how many movements we were able to string together,
Yeah.
and we all did really well.
We all did very well. Yeah, it was good fun. It was good fun. Anyway, so why we wanted to share this was if there is something you've wanted to do for a long time and
Just don't even think about it. Don't let Cheryl, I've got Cheryl who is my negative head. my
yes,
negative
we've given
voice.
her, we need to do a whole episode on that as
I'm
well.
Cheryl.
We
Yes.
have given apologies for
yeah.
anyone named Cheryl. It's just what came up when. So we're very positive people. We're going a bit sidetracked here.
Yeah, we are.
We are very positive people, but we have those moments where Kylie and I can both be a bit negative. We can just complain about a few things and just we call it like this alter ego, and it's like that person, that other side of your brain that wants to keep you in the same place, that wants to
Protect you.
Yeah, protect you, and your brain's automatically programmed to see negative. Like you actually have to put effort in to see a positive. So yeah, I don't really have one. We haven't really named one of mine.
To name yours, but mine is definitely Cheryl. I don't know why, because I don't know any negative Cheryls really. It was just a funny thing that popped up.
It was just we were kind of
day.
yelling at each other, not at each other, but we were yelling out of frustration in the car, and Cheryl came up.
And then I told Cheryl to
that one. Yeah.
Go, yeah. And anyway, so Cheryl could have popped up. She could have piped right up and got chatting in my head, but you've just got to sometimes beat Cheryl or whoever your negative person is in your head, beat them to the punch and just action something and then work it out.
Yeah.
That's what I've turned myself into a yes person where I just go, yep, without thinking about it, because if you think too much about it, you get scared and you pull out and you come up with excuses.
100%. Well, that's why when you sent me the message, like, pole dancing's on Saturdays, we're going to do it. And it didn't even hesitate when I was like, yep, okay, let's do it. Didn't know how much it cost, didn't know what we were going to do, how we were going to do it. I was just like, yeah, cool, let's do it.
And it's probably why I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Because I knew that you would be a yes.
Yes.
Because if I had sent it to, I don't know, anyone else, it could have come back as a no, and there was a better chance of a yes. Well, we know that.
No, I'm just teasing. But anyway, if there's something that you want to do, and I know it is hard, we do have each other.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you would have actually gone. Or I don't know if you would have gone.
This time I would have. I actually said to myself and I know that would be the case, because when you said yes initially, and then I said we had to pay for the registration, and then you sent me a message about, when is it again? And I was like, she's not 100% in, because she would know that detail. And when I sent you back, it was Saturday 9 a.m. There was when you're there, but
I was in the car on a road trip.
Yeah, that's right. You were driving.
Yeah.
And I was like, waiting. And I'm like, do you know what, Kylie? You're going to do it anyway. And the other two girls in there were both there on their own as well. Yeah. The other three, rather. There were three others, and they all came by themselves.
And they were lovely, and we were all in the same position. We were in a beginner's class, so everybody's starting at the same place. So if there is something that you want to do, and especially if you're a mum listening to this, I know we do have a couple of mums, do something for yourself, whatever it is. If you need to spend a little bit of money on yourself to go take some dancing lessons, to go to a spa, to do whatever you need to do weekly to make you feel powerful and happy and strong and confident, like whatever you need to do to feed your soul, we're very big advocates to go and do it, even if it's by yourself, because I reckon if we were there by ourselves, let's pretend like we didn't know each other and we were there, but we probably would have made friends. Like those other girls were lovely, and we'd probably, after 8 weeks or however long we're doing this, all in the same class, we're probably going to be really close friends.
Yeah, and one of the girls has already reached out because she saw the video that you took, and she wants a copy of that because she didn't actually video herself, and she happened to be sort of off to the side. And so I have no doubt that we're going to make friendships out of that class, even with the instructor.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she was lovely. She was lovely. So there we go, guys. That's it from us for this episode. A nice, short, sweet one. But definitely let us know what you think. Jump on our Facebook page. You'll be able to watch this on YouTube. You can definitely jump on YouTube and watch this because you'll be able to see all our pole hand movements that go along to this. Yeah. But if you are on YouTube or anywhere, jump on our Facebook and Instagram page at the 20-year gap. Drop a comment or a like on that video. Let us know what you think. We're definitely going to share our progress as we go. Yeah. We've got it every week for the next couple of weeks. So we'll definitely share our progress and maybe like a proper video at the end. Hopefully we can do like some... She did say next week we were going to do inverting, which means you go up... She did say that.
Did I miss that? I think I missed that.
She did.
Like upside down.
Like upside down. Oh. I didn't think that was going to be till next term type thing. I
feel like I need to get some grip strength and some upper body strength first.
She did mention, I don't know if that slipped and she didn't mean it, like next time we're going to do, when she was showing us the grips, she goes, this is what you do when you invert. And I was like, don't know if I'm ready to go upside down on a pole yet. But anyway, watch that progress. We'll share it with you guys on our socials. And yeah, we can't wait to hear what you think about it. Cool.
Excellent.
See you later, guys.
Bye. So we hope you enjoyed today's episode, and remember, if you got something out of what we discussed today, please hit the follow or subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. Also, it would mean the absolute world to us if you gave us a rating to help us grow. We look forward to bringing you more, but until then, go live your best life.